Hey guys, Bull Strategy here. I'm back with another Diablo 4 beta video. This one I really wanted to focus on the build that I spent the most time with throughout the beta. It's going to be like a bleed barbarian, primarily focused on Rend and Flay. And I hope you guys enjoy it. I just wanted to talk a little bit more over the beginning here. This is pretty early on. I think it was level 16. The dungeon was called Light's Watch, and it's just south of like the main huge city hub. I'll put a screenshot in to show you guys the exact location. This is pretty early on into the game. I didn't really know what was going on, let alone, fine-tuning my build. So, it's a little bit rough around the edges. As you can see, most mobs, whenever, I hit them or strike them, they get like a kind of a faint dark glow over their health bar. That's like the bleed damage indicator. So some of the times throughout this gameplay, you'll see me like hit a mob, and it'll look like his health is kind of high, and I'll just kind of walk away, like die slow. Other than that, another section of this video coming up, I do go into the finer tunings of it, and once I get higher level, what I ended up doing with the build, some of the nooks and crannies that I got into with it, some of the runes and point allocation I chose and why I did it. I hope you guys enjoy, and yeah, just sit back and watch some gameplay. Thanks. Just a disclaimer before we also get too deep into this. Barb has access to 3 different weapon types or their arsenal of weapons. You have your bludgeoning, your slashing, and then you have your dual wield, which can be a makeup of either. You can have 1 bludgeoning, 1 slashing, but not every skill is able to be used by each weapon. For instance, Flay and Rend require a slashing weapon, where like Hammer of the Ancients require a bludgeoning, and so on and so forth. And some abilities will require 2-handers or 1-handers or dual wield. So that's just a very important snippet to put in there. I didn't have anywhere in this dungeon playthrough where I really looked at the talent tree that I was using. Some of the abilities that I'm using in that, I'm not going to be using in this tree. And this tree is just meant to give you kind of a general idea of the abilities you're looking to use or spec into if you want to play Flay / Rend / Bleed Barb. Inherently, you're always going to choose Flay. It's a stacking bleed. And the vulnerability chance proc here off this first enhanced is actually very important for the build. There's a couple of multipliers through it. Coming down, you're obviously going to use Rend. Rend has a couple of vulnerability runes as well. Here it can extend the duration of vulnerability, and then here's just a 12% multiplier. Coming down here, I did kind of play with everything in this tree here besides Iron Skin. I did end up liking Rallying Cry a lot just for the rage generation and Unstoppable. It helps a lot. Barbarian is super rage starved throughout the Act 1 beta, and it's probably the main issue. But once you get higher level, it's not as bad. I did spend some time playing with Challenging Shout. I think it's probably one of the bigger and best DR options for Barb. The first one is just a big AoE that gives you 40% DR to everything around you. And then you get a 20% damage amp here. You can think of this as like Rallying Cry from World of Warcraft if you've played that. Otherwise, I'm sure you can get the gist. Here's just Fury Generation or Thorns. I didn't mess around too much with these two. Later on, when you get more levels, this could be very valuable, obviously. I did spend some time playing Warcry. It's a huge damage amp. Granting Berserking here, which is just a 25 increased damage amp, is actually really nice as well. But we're limited to points, so you can't really choose everything. Charge is probably my favorite Diablo 4 ability. It just looks really good, just charging through and snatching up enemies and slamming into a wall. It just looks great. It also has an inherent vulnerability proc here whenever you damage someone with it. And if you knock them in the terrain with this enhanced charge, you know, it stuns them for 3 seconds, deals a bit of damage. I did play a little bit with Leap. I didn't like it as much. Kick I didn't play too much with. And then I pretty much came down here. Rupture is also another really nice ability. It's just, you stab them, you rip them out, it's another bleed. Its first enhanced Rupture is like an AoE bleed to anything it hits. You know, that goes along with the build. These aren't necessarily big, flashy, huge icons that people usually pay attention to, but I actually think the value of them is huge. As you can see here, there's an 18% multiplier to vulnerable enemies. I think it was a huge damage amp throughout the playthrough. And yeah, it helped a lot. But obviously, I didn't test every single ability or every single combo. This is kind of just what I leveled from pretty much 10-ish to all the way to 25. I did a lot of the world boss. I did a lot of my gaming playthrough. And yeah, feel free to change it up and make it your own.
I must wait.
That's a 7. Oh, it's weapon like
I'm not ready yet.
Oh, it just worked again. Oh my god, I'm going in with this sword. No bit of a difference. And with that, I hope you guys liked the video. If you did like it, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And also follow me on Twitch. I'll be live there at least 4 days a week. We're going to be hopping into some Last Epoch here soon. Appreciate you all. Thanks for the support. Peace.